Good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of touring the pavilions at EPCOT. Today is the Germany Pavilion, which is one of the, I'll say, least attraction-y pavilions that there are. A long time ago there was plans for a boat ride, but that got scrapped, and now there's not a whole lot to do, but there still are some pretty cool things to see, so let's go check it out. In our last episode, we were able to cover the China Pavilion, but before we get to Germany, we have to walk through another little section of the park, which isn't really a full pavilion. Kind of considered a tribute to Africa in a lot of ways, but it's not necessarily themed to that. Some consider this the Refreshment Outpost Pavilion, because that's the main thing here. But we'll take a look around what's available this morning. So here at the Refreshment Outpost, they offer different Dole Whips and some beverages with alcohol. Not quite open yet. About 10:35 this morning, so they're still opening up a lot of the things for World Showcase. In this area of the park, they do offer a face painting booth and some handmade goods, handcrafted jewelry type things over in this direction. We'll take a look at those. Again, it is a little early, so some of the booths aren't quite open, but you can get a good idea of what they have here because it's not a very big section of the park. There you guys can see some of the jewelry, other accessories, and they do have some wooden figurines and other crafts in here, similar to some of the stuff that you would find in Animal Kingdom or even Animal Kingdom Lodge. And the last little booth is labeled as the Festival Market. At one point this was a basin kiosk. I believe they have since moved the basin kiosk to occasionally being in one of these 3 little stands here, which often serve as merch stands for whatever festival might be going on. Since there isn't one right now, I'm not sure what they have in any of these, if anything, but typically during the festivals you would find festival themed merchandise. Before we get into the main of the Germany Pavilion, we do have 2 different food stands which are used during the different festivals. One here and that one over there, and this middle little stand is where the different bands will play throughout the day. So there's a good look at those. And then just to the right of this, maybe a little difficult to see, but there is a well like right over here. And this is where you can do meet and greets with Snow White. Here's the schedule for Born to Polka, for anybody who's interested in catching that show. And now we are here into the heart of the Germany Pavilion. Before we head inside through all of the stores, there is a beer and pretzel cart that sits right here. So that is what you can find there. They may have a couple of other snacks, maybe, but mostly it's beer and pretzels is the big things there. The first store we're going to check out is the Karamell-Küche. So in here you can find a lot of different goods themed around caramel. One of my favorite things to get here is actually non-existent anymore. They originally had a gingerbread sandwich cookie with icing and caramel in the center. It was quite good. And they do have a snickerdoodle sandwich cookie and a chocolate cookie sandwich. I don't think those are quite as good in my opinion. I think the gingerbread one was better, so I would love to see them bring that back. And over here, a lot of different types of caramel. So like Norway, the stores in the Germany pavilion are all connected. So the next store is the Christmas store. And here you can find different ornaments for the tree. And I'm not sure what exactly it means to German culture, but they do have a lot of pickle ornaments. So if you guys know what this is all about, let us know in the comments, because I don't really know what the Christmas pickle is all about. So it was just pointed out to me that there is a sign about the tradition of the pickle. So whoever finds the pickle gets good luck and an extra gift. Moving on to the next is the main merchandise area for all of your German apparel needs. And they have some other items as well. Goblets and a big wall of beer steins. But my favorite of all of these on the wall is this one here, because each one at the top has a piece of the Berlin Wall, and they all come with a little certificate of authenticity on the inside, so you know it's real. But I think those are really neat and a very cool collector's item for any history nerds like myself. Get a German flag and some German flag themed merchandise. And they also have some stuff themed to Oktoberfest.
So you can make your bottles
We have 2 stores left. The next one that we're going to go through is a store where you can sample and buy different bottles of alcohol. They have some different kinds of wine available. But they also have one thing that I think is really good, this Mozart chocolate cream. Quite delicious if you put the bottle in the fridge. Goes down nice, cool and refreshing, but it's a pretty good chocolate liqueur. Here in the Williams pear liqueur, they managed to fit an entire pear in the bottle. Kind of like the old ship in a bottle thing. Not quite sure how they did that though, because I know with the ships you can fold them down a little bit, but you can't really unfold a pear. On this wall you can find some different German candies. I have had quite a few of these. I've had the Bavarian fruit assortment of the Hermann, the German candy, and those are really good. This Ritter Sport chocolate with cornflakes is also really good. It tastes a lot like a Crunch bar or a Crackle bar, whichever you prefer. And then Toblerone, which is another really good chocolate bar. I really like the white chocolate Toblerone, which is kind of a hot take because some people don't consider white chocolate to be real chocolate, but I think it's really good. But you can't go wrong with the Swiss milk chocolate either. And the last store in this collection is a Adivas Brothers Crystal Store. They have lots of different glass and crystal items. It's pretty neat shot glasses here. But this is a similar store to what you would find in Disney Springs or Magic Kingdom has one as well. If you happen to have an extra $79,000 lying around, you could buy this miniature bedazzled Spaceship Earth. Or you could buy a car, down payment on a house. But, you know, to each their own. 79 grand's a good chunk of change. So right here is where we just exited, and you can see this is the collection of stores. And then got the Stein House. Over here is the Christmas corner right there, so you guys can see that. And then can't see the sign from this side, but right here is the Karamell-Küche. Turning slightly to the right, we have the Biergarten restaurant. And this is a all-you-care-to-enjoy restaurant with live performances. They have a partial listing of selections here, and the prices along with it. Now with these all-you-care-to-enjoy restaurants, typically, I'll say typically because I'm not 100% certain, typically any sodas that you might want are included in that price. So that is something to keep in mind. But this one, because it isn't a character dining experience, is a little bit cheaper than some of the others. See some stuff in the windows. And you know, it looks like inside they might be practicing for their live performances later. So we'll leave them be and let them practice. Behind this mural is actually where I had mentioned earlier that there was going to be a ride through the Germany Pavilion. There was going to be, I believe it was like a boat ride through the German countryside. This is where it was going to enter. Along the way it got scrapped and never came to be. It'd be really exciting to have seen what they would have done with it and how it would have looked. But here's where it would have been. Do you have a pressed penny machine with some of the characters from Snow White? Here we have the Clocks and Crafts shop, which is mixed in with Der Teddy Bear Toy Shop. Different plushes from a couple different Disney IPs. And also some non-IP plushes as well. Some more of the snacks that we saw on the other side. These palm sticks are really good. The main feature of this store is the cuckoo clocks. That they have for sale. They also have some more steins over here. And in this last area, a little more of some mixed merchandise that you would have seen in the other collection of stores. Some Christmas ornaments, the Germany Pavilion merch on through here. On the outside of this second storefront, they do have Das Kaufhaus, where you can buy some drinks. Also, the pretzel is served here, but again, it's another beer and pretzel cart area. So we have 2 areas left to check out for the Germany Pavilion. The first is a make-your-own glasswork art shop. It's a little stand out here where you can get some custom glasswork done. It looks like maybe they're kind of ornament style glassworks. They have had like shirts here before and some other things, but it has been a glassworks kiosk for a while. And if we make a 180 from that, over here is where the restrooms are. And lastly, the unarguable best part of the Germany Pavilion is this scale model village with trains that run through. So we'll wait on one of the trains to pass by. But you can see they have a smokehouse with, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there is some pretend smoke coming out of it. And there goes one of the trains. Well everyone, that is going to do it for episode 4, the Germany Pavilion along with the Refreshment Outpost. I hope you guys have been enjoying this series. It's been a lot of fun to walk around and look at some things that I don't always stop to check out. And it's nice to kind of take that break and revisit some of the pavilions that I don't spend too much time in. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to join us on our next Florida Fun Quest.